Greetings, brothers and sisters. This is our great leader, Donald J. Trump. He's a great man. Big man, great man. Worshipped by cubies and right-wing nutjobs far and near. He's a savior, a hero. The chosen one. What do you got?
One issue that has come up is once you do have a vaccine, how do you properly distribute it? How do you get it out quickly?
Well, when we have the vaccine, we have the military all lined up, and the military is going to be doing it in a very powerful manner.
Fuck you, you little bitch. What does that mean? He's going to use the military to distribute the vaccine in a very powerful way. What does that mean, a powerful way? It's numbnuts. Like, the military, I got the military out there, and they're going to distribute the vaccine in a powerful way. Does that mean it's mandatory?
These are people that don't usually do vaccines. They do soldiers, and they do lots of other things.
Yeah, because they're not medical people. They kill people. We have this thing called posse comitatus, you little weasel, you little turd, that makes it so you don't use the military against your own people. Look at this look how gleeful he is about it.
That frankly are more difficult, but we have our general, and logistically he's all set. Tony, do you want to say something about that?
That is correct. As the vaccine rolls out, we'll be getting them distributed, and as you probably have heard, we are going to make sure that we do it in an equitable way, and it's representative of the populations who need it the most. The standard way that we determine that with the ACIP working with the CDC, but Dr.
Look at how he's wearing his mask. Is that a fake beard? Like, what is he doing there?
Collins and Dr. Redfield have put together with the National Academy of Medicine a group that will fortify that decision-making process so that we're making sure that we're very fair and equitable in getting the vaccine distributed.
Okay, so Trump's saying that he's going to use the military in a very forceful and powerful way to get the vaccine out. And he's saying, well, we're going to try to get it to the people who really want it. And, we're going to try to do it fairly. So many people want it. Like, what's the story here? Like, you guys get on the same page. Is it forced, mandatory by the military, Trumps? Or as this little bearded weasel says, is that they don't have enough and they're going to try to, give it to the people that need it the most, or there'll be some sort of system of people, who really want it. What is it?
Properly.
And I think I could have Francis say...
Put your mask back on, even though you're social distancing. You don't need the mask if you're social distancing, according to you. Like, you told us that.
That tremendous progress has been made on the vaccine beyond anything that we would have thought if you go back 6 months. What do you think?
It is just, frankly, quite astounding, Mr.
You take your mask off. You only need it when you're not talking.
I've been at NIH for 27 years and director for 11, and I've seen some amazing things happen. But the way in which the whole research community, public and private, philanthropies, everybody has come together to work on this, not worrying about who gets the credit, trying to figure out how to...
Yeah, who gets the blame.
Strip away anything that's going to slow things down. And I think all of us motivated by the fact that this is the most serious problem we've encountered in our professional lifetimes. Even a day matters. And so that's why a lot of people look kind of sleepy, because we're all working 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the vaccines this week is a big week, as you just heard, having 2 phase 3 trials started in the very same day of this past
Wow.
And based upon very impressive phase 1 data showing that people who got that in the phase 1 trials developed these high levels of neutralizing antibodies that should be very predictive of protection, but you don't know until you actually run the trial in those 30,000 people. By the way, you heard earlier about coronavirus.gov, which is a place you can go to find out how you can donate plasma. There's just to sign up to say you're interested in a vaccine trial, and we need people to volunteer for that as well.
Yeah, don't sign me up for that. I'm not interested. No thanks.
With these 4 or 5 trials coming along very quickly, each of which needs 30,000 volunteers.
30,000 volunteers.
That's a lot of people.
Exactly, and that's a lot of shears because, you're gonna need to shear all those people. All those sheeple.
We need them.
And Francis is working very well with
You need them.
other countries.
We are indeed, and science has always been international, and it certainly is right now. And
Yeah.
our colleagues in Europe and the UK and Asia, in a way that I think represents the best of the best. And again, everybody recognizes we're all in this together across the whole planet.
See, the thing about this guy is he's always a flip-flopper. He puts on a mask and, then he doesn't want a mask. I mean, he's going back and forth on all these things. He plays all the angles. And there's all these right-wing truthers out there. I don't want to call them truthers. That'll excuse anything he does. They'll be on here leaving stupid comments like they always do. Right? I mean, they'll just do it. He boasts and he postures and he does all kinds of big giant cursor nose. A fraud when it sees it. He postures and he boasts and does all these things. And you never know how it's going to play out. He promises, he brags, he says big things. He's a salesman. But if he is saying here, and if he intends to follow through, that the military is going to roll through the country and they are going to force people to get vaccinated, it's going to be mandatory, well then, he sucks. And if he's hinting at that or whatever, just throwing that out there, he also sucks. This is judgment day for this MNF right now. Okay, the masks are the masks, but the vaccines are something different. I think everybody recognizes that. And if they make them mandatory and they force them into your physical system, and he is pushing this, and he's going to make the military force you to get one, then he has gone over to the dark side. That is a defining moment. We'll see what happens. I mean, you never know. This guy goes back and forth. He says things and doesn't follow through, and so we'll see. But if his intention is to force you to get a vaccine using the military to do so, then he is, a complete failure as a president and a human being. And there's no possible other explanation for that. Only spirituality will save this world. This is Paul Romano, definitely pointing from the Apocalypse. Everyone have a blessed day and be grateful.